Hello. It's been a really shambolic day for Mr. Gove today, being trapped in a lift, performing appallingly on BBC One, and now being rebuked by the Speaker of the House of Parliament for leaking news about, very little news actually, about the fact that he's going to review the cladding situation. So many people are stuck in really dangerous housing. This was recognised years ago, and still very little has been done about it. We really need more action and less whiffle waffle. But Mr. Gove is, he is the minister of whiffle waffle, and time seems to be being called. He needs to take notice of the warnings. Now, the other people who perhaps need to take notice of warnings, maybe Boris needs to be aware, because today it emerges that a third of the Conservative Party apparently has said that Boris should step down, and not quite a third of the Conservative Party, I am quite relieved about that, have said that he should be replaced by Rishi Sunak or by Liz Truss. I think both of those would be appalling, by the way, as Prime Minister. Some think Jeremy Hunt, that man who gave spoonerism, a blast from the past. Jeremy Hunt as Prime Minister, we would be the laughing stock of Dictionary Corner around the world. I think possibly this is all intended to be a wake-up call. I think it's wrong. I think it's very disloyal, but then the Conservative Party has a habit of disloyalty. Although it talks, in fact, generally, anyone who talks about loyalty is probably going to stab you in the back. So be very careful. So Lord David Frost, not the wonderful broadcaster, and the producer who was interviewing American presidents on the one day and producing The Slipper and the Rose on the next. Not that man, but the other David Frost, the man who was behind a lot of the Brexit negotiations. So not that doesn't seem to me to recommend him hugely, but there we are. He resigned last month from a government post, and today, or yesterday, I think, he's written an article, again, not a terribly loyal article, in the Daily Telegraph, saying that the Prime Minister, Mr. Johnson, should get back to promoting those things that Tories like. Free markets, free debate, low taxes. Well, I think everybody likes that. And he says, this isn't to say that Boris should resign, it's to say that Boris should change direction and get out of the trough. So Boris is a sort of pig. Well, that's an interesting concept. He should shake up policies and shake up his top team. I quite agree. And he has a right to get the best advice as our Prime Minister. I quite agree with that as well. So it needs a machinery change. I think it actually needs more than a machinery change. I think it needs a machinery overhaul. I think he needs to get rid of some of the squidgy rubbish in the cabinet at the moment. It's been there for too long. He's too indulgent to some particularly absurd people. The list just goes on and on and on, and he never seems to learn. I don't really I don't understand, for example, how Priti Patel continues. I know nobody wants to be the minister in the Home Office. I know that it's a poison chalice, but someone's got to do it, and Priti Patel is doing it appallingly. She needs to be replaced. She actually needs to be put out of the cabinet altogether. She doesn't do anybody any favours. And David Frost points out that at the next election, if it were to occur now, that wall of red support, which won Boris his election just over 2 years ago, would go. The Tory party stands to lose 100 seats. And as for the opinion poll that is predicted that lies behind all this bluster, it's a thing called an opinium poll. That's a bit of a wheeze, isn't it? And apparently, the Tory party is getting better. Boris's leadership is improving slightly. He's now on 34% to Labour's 39%. And at the same time, he's on record today saying that he's been talking to Rishi Sunak about doing something about energy bills. Well, he should, but he should have been doing that some time ago. But maybe Rishi Sunak knows where his bread is buttered, because if he plays hard to get in releasing any money, then presumably he boosts his chances of moving into number 10 himself. And as for Gove, apparently he's on that list of 10 possible candidates for number 10. Well, not after today's performance. Three strikes and you're out, Mr. Gove. Go on, just do the honourable thing and resign. Bye-bye.